Hey everyone, welcome back to DragonXIII Gaming. We're here playing more Chrono Trigger today, and just very briefly, I realized that during my big rant about time travel in the last episode, I may have glossed over a little too much of the story of the game. Because I'm sure that the game has an extremely interesting story, which I really like, and I think that I glossed over just a little bit too much of it while I was ranting about time travel. So very briefly, what's happened is obviously we're in a post-apocalyptic future. Some bad stuff's gone down. And we have no idea what it was, what happened, and how we might be able to fix it. But what we have encountered since we've been here are we've encountered these domes where people are still living. They have an enertron, which, basically keeps them alive. It heals their HP, I guess, if everyone in the world can be considered to have HP. Then the enertron, fixes them and keeps them alive, but it doesn't do anything about their hunger. Everyone is hungry. There's no food. In this post-apocalyptic world, there's nothing to eat because you can't grow anything in the wasteland. So that's a problem. A little girl that we encountered in this dome, her father went down into the basement of the dome where apparently there was a bunch of food stored, but he never came back. We found his dead body in the food storage along with all of the rotten food because the refrigeration failed. But we also found in that storage area, we found, where is it here? We found a seed. And so maybe they can grow their own food now, but we'll find out. I think that's a bit later on. But right now, we're just going deeper into the dome to see if we can find any information about what happened to this world. And I think I missed the terminal over here. Oh, we gotta fight this guy again. Alrighty. But yeah, that may have all been, glossed over while I was ranting about time travel, and I really do apologize for that. Like I said last time, I have been told that when it comes to, time travel in science fiction, video games, movies, TV shows, whatever, I tend to dwell on it. And I don't mean to, so I'm gonna try to avoid it, but it's such an integral part of the plot of this game that it's really difficult not to, talk about time travel, at least a little bit. I think that this just opens up... Yeah, this just opens up this doorway over here, which we can't open anyway, because we haven't reached that part of the story yet. Those doors, we will be going back and opening them again later. Same with the chests that have the same mark on them. But right now we're just gonna... Oh, look! This is the info center! Yes, Luca. Yes, the computer is still operational. Let me see if I can figure it out. She's from 1,000 years ago. 1,000 years. Maybe. I don't remember. I think it's actually 2,300. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so she's using the computer. But yeah, I think it's 2,300 AD. She's from 1,000 AD. How is she able to use this machinery? I know she's a genius, but it should have taken her a little longer to figure it out. Okay, so what are we learning? 1999 AD, visual record of the Day of Lavos. Oh, look, it's so beautiful, and then, oh my god, it's the apocalypse! There he is, Lavos, the destroyer of worlds! I don't actually know if that's what he's called. But yeah, he's the blowing things up. Blowing up the world. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. That's how the world ended up the way it is. That's why we're in this post-apocalyptic future. So, essentially, 1,000 years after the time period that these people all come from, 1000 AD, Lavos destroyed the world, and now, Marl, you can't refuse to believe it. It's already happened. Already happened. This can't be the way the world ends. I'm sorry, Marl, it is. That's how it ends. There's only one thing we can do. We must change history. Seriously, guys. We have to. We've got to save the world. We're all going to be long dead of old age before we ever get to this point, but the future depends on us. No, I think, yeah, fine, whatever. We'll save the world. Jeez. Okay, so let's do some more research. Lavos' activities in our time period. Next up, Protodome. First, we have to travel back through this dome. I don't really feel like fighting everything again, so... Ah! Oh, great, now we have to fight this one. You can, like, in this area, it's like you can skip the majority of the battles by following the walkways up and around. Oh, crap, I was not paying attention to Chrono's health. Good job. Good job, Brian. Excellent work. Chrono's dead. I mean, he's just fainted, I suppose you could say, because revives will bring him back to life. He'll also be revived with 1 hit point at the end of battle, I believe. But yeah, that was a good time, wasn't it? Yeah, I think the only way that the characters actually, like, die and you get a game over and stuff like that is if the whole party gets wiped out, and then you, Oh, Marl is also at 1 hit point. No, we're gonna use... Marl has healing powers, so we'll use those. And heal everybody up. Perfect. Gotta remember to keep a closer eye on their health points, because that could have ended very badly. Let's see if we can skip these battles. Yay, we got it. We made it through. I mean, you don't necessarily want to skip the battles, because I've talked about the difficulty progression in this game and how I feel like it's very well done. But essentially, the way that the level progression seems to work is by fighting the enemies presented to you through the course of the game. You should be the right level when you encounter the next enemy. You should be the right level when you encounter the next boss. But that's assuming you fight all of the battles along the way. But if you skip battles, which you can, you could end up being underleveled. So I hope that I don't hurt myself by doing that. Oh, look, we made it. Yes, we made it back. No one's ever made it back before because we're just awesome. We're just great. I mean, that's just how we are, guys. I'm sorry. The people who went down before, they weren't as good as me. That's right. This is our future. Just trying to explain that to them is not going to work. Where's the food? This is all we could get. Seeds? You don't know how long the Enertron will hold out. Those seeds might be your only hope. That's right. You have to stay alive, and so do we. Yes, we're different. Yes, we're healthy. Yeah, try growing the seeds. Oh, that poor little girl. Your daddy's dead, little girl. I'm sorry. Maybe I won't tell you that. Okay, and now we gotta push this guy out of the way, and we'll use the Enertron. Yes, we will. Cool. HP and MP restored, but you're still hungry. Yeah, I know. Okay. We'll save the game. Excellent. And we'll move along. Get out of my way. Jeez. Okay, yeah, so we have to go to Protodome, which means we have to cross another set of ruins. And there are two ways to do that. You can either, cross the ruins on foot like we did Lab 32, or Lab 13, or Lab whatever. What was this lab? This lab was Lab 16. So we crossed Lab 16 on foot, and you can do that with the other lab as well. But you can also cross Lab 32 using the jet bike key that guy gave us. So, but before that, we're actually going to go and we're going to do the sewer access. Now, you don't have to do the sewer access at this point. You can wait until the game tells you to come here, but there's some good items, and we can get some experience for fighting the enemies. So we'll do that now. We're gonna have to come back here later on anyway, but whatever. It's fun. We'll do it. And that way, we won't run into a problem being underleveled because we'll have gotten the extra experience for going through the sewers now. But, probably what we'll do is leave this episode off here for today. We've done some good stuff. We figured out what's going on. We figured out how the world ended up this way. And we know that we need more information about what's going on with Lavos in other time periods to try and save the world, obviously. So for now, I really do want to thank everyone for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That way you get the updates about when new videos come out and all that fun stuff. And as always, we'll see you again next time.